Greetings, it's your boy Gartasia, you feel me? I am out here. It's a sauna in this mug. It's like 93 and beautiful degrees outside. Today, as you see by the title, I have found something worse than porn. Now, you all know how much I detest porn, how much I loathe porn. Go watch my porn video. Not my porn video, my video about why I quit porn right here. So you all know, for me to say something is worse than porn, like it has to be the real deal. Like I can't be out here capping. I give a lot of self improvement advice. I care a lot about the young men, on their self improvement journey because that's what I am. I'm on my self improvement journey. That's what this vlog is, right? But if I could give you like one single, if you take anything away from everything that I've done, it would be to stop watching this type of video. Like, stop watching this type of content. It's literally worse than porn. It is killing your drive. It's killing your enthusiasm for life. It's killing your ambition. It's literally the worst thing ever, right? And what is that thing? Stop consuming black pill content, guys. I'm here sweaty. Didn't want to make this video from the gym. You feel me? All I wanted to do was hop in the shower, but I had to like get this message out while it's hot. Like I'm hot right now. Like literally stop watching black pill content. So a lot of you may have heard of black pill content. A lot of you may not have heard of black pill content. So basically black pill content, the black pill community, they are a community. So okay, so basically I did the research so you don't have to. Honestly, like it's not even worth looking into because there's a seductive pull to it. Just like porn, it's like it's bad for you, but it can become addictive. But let me just break down what it is. So from my research that I've done, Black Pill community basically is a community that they say the only thing that matters is looks, right? So they're like extremely, on that scale of lookism. That's like the top of the pyramid for them. And basically looks comes first, and then it's like money, and then it's like status, right? So, but looks is like trumps everything. So that's what they believe. So essentially they believe that if you're born, with a certain face shape, if you're born with, missing certain features that defines beauty, right? Basically you're automatically, but basically it's no point in like living a normal life. They say like you should stop looking for a romantic partner. They say you should basically just drop everything you're doing and like don't even pursue trying to find love and just basically like play video games all your life, become passionate about something else. But basically like your love life is fucked if you don't fall between like a certain like facial features look criteria. And yeah, and then I was like, okay, me, I always try to give everything a benefit of the doubt. So I kind of looked into it a little more, and it's just depressing. I've seen a lot of depressing shit on the internet, like the incel community, men going their own way, all of that. But it's like this is like top tier sad, and just because it's like the comment section is just full of dudes literally just like complaining about how bad their life is and like blaming the world and pretty much just wallowing in self-pity and just wallowing in the fact that like the world isn't fair and they've been dealt the bad card in life. And like it's just I don't see any benefit to it. Maybe I see a benefit as like a support group for people who feel like they have been dealt a bad card in the looks department. But then like look, let's take Alcohol Anonymous for example, right? Even a support group, right? Yes, it has a group of people who all suffer from something, right? Or have something in common. But there's always like, what's the solution, right? There's always, okay, what's the step-by-step process so that we can learn to live fulfilling lives, even though we may not have been dealt the best hand in the looks department, or we may not have been dealt the best hand with managing addiction, right? But no, what I noticed with the Black Pill community, it's literally just like bad on. It's just literally like there's no hope. It's literally like a hole. It's like, okay, this is why you'll never get a girl. This is why you'll never have friends. This is why you'll never be famous. This is why you'll never be popular. And it's like swallow that pill. It's like that's it. There's no like step by step. There's no process. There's no, well, if you do A, B, and C, then like it may be harder for you, but you can still. There's none of that. It's just like if you're below like a certain attractiveness, like you're fucked basically. And that just sincerely didn't resonate with me, right? And then I I'm not a hypocrite. So basically, okay, so you all might be asking, why am I even watching these videos? So long story short, let me explain myself. I am doing this thing currently. I'm kind of taking a break from making the on the main channel kind of those Treehouse Unfiltered videos because I had a consultation with like, big YouTuber. He has like 250K subscribers, and he kind of just gave me the tools of the game, right? Basically, he told me that my focus right now should be on improving my thumbnails, improving my titles, finding my audience, and then like finding where my audience is at, right? And just getting obsessed with my audience, basically, like studying my dream listener. Like, what does he eat? What is he listening to? What other hobbies does he have? Right? He said that should be my number one priority. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that has been that's been my focus, right? And there's been pros and cons to it, right? One of the cons is sometimes studying your audience is fucking draining because, like, I love my audience, but, like, if you really got to be obsessed with them, you got to kind of, like, what does it say? If you're in Greece, do as the Greek do. I don't know if that's the saying, but yeah, basically, like, and when in Rome, do as the Romans do. When in my audience, Hamza's comment section, do what they do. And the comments, a lot of time as a YouTuber, your audience is just going to be in the comments of other YouTubers who do self-improvement. So I kind of just bury myself into the comment section and kind of just go to town, right? Like, studying those profiles of the commenters, seeing what they're saying. And then that kind of inspires me, like, oh, okay, these are the kind of thoughts that my audience is having, going towards pleasure and like the Department of Relationships, going away from pain in the Department of Wealth. Like, and I can like build from that, right? And that helps me find out where they might be congregated. And that helps me find out like basically how to like target them better, right? But sometimes the research gets basically like sometimes and let me not even like say it in the name of science because like before I got on dopamine detox, one of my final phases of like, I guess, addiction. So I had conquered video game addiction. I had conquered, alcoholism. I had conquered porn. I had conquered a lot of shit, right? But I noticed I had replaced a lot of those addictions with basically, I call it the self-improvement trap. So basically it's the point where you've watched so many self-improvement videos, you're no longer getting value out of the self-improvement videos, right? Like the only way to get any value now is to now actually do the self-improvement. But I was at the point, I was doing some of the self-improvement. Like I was working, I was going to the gym, I was meditating. But it was to the point where like, why am I still watching these self-improvement videos? Like if I'm doing everything in the videos and every video is about doing the things that I'm already doing, why am I wasting time watching watching something that I could be doing? Right? So I had to like, and this was one of the hardest things to do. I had to like stop watching the self-improvement videos because it becomes like a dopamine kick. Like you get a kick out of like watching because it's almost like reassuring. It's kind of like validating, like, oh yeah, I'm doing that, so I'm on the right path. But it's like, just be on the right path. Why do you need to spend 2 hours a day watching fucking Hamza talk about the value of journaling when like you could just be journaling? You feel me? So it's like, yeah, that was pretty much how I got into that loop. So basically one of the comments was like, blah blah blah. I think it was like a Hamza video. He was talking about um it was like a glow up. It was like a glow up video, like my body transformation or something like that. And he was talking about how he changed his body and then, he was getting more attention from women. He became more socially confident. He raised his value and he was able to, attract people, right? And I think one of the comments was like, yeah, 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 so and so forth. Easy for you to say because like, you're a decent looking person in the face. Like you don't have a bad face and you're tall, right? That's what they were saying. And then I think he somehow mentioned like black pill, like you should follow the black pill or the black pill is the way. Basically, I was like, ooh, black pill. I had heard of it before, but like something told me to stay away from it because it wasn't good for me. But my ego wouldn't let me. So guess what I fucking did? I type black pill, and then the first thing that pops up is like wheat waffles, and then wheat waffles is this black pill YouTuber. He's not the most black pill YouTuber out there, but he's like the most popular one. He basically says like looks is everything, but like even if you are really ugly, he said there is still some hope for you. You just have to like try really, but it's really dim though. It's like it's not much you can do. He's like the most you could do is like, go travel abroad and like get you like, a Vietnamese wife or some shit. Like he does give advice of like coping with the fact that like you're really, not attractive. But it's still bad. Like fuck going to Vietnam find a wife. Like I'm still trying to like get me a queen. Like even if I'm out here looking like the hunchback, like can't I like work on myself and like can I, like but he was like no, like the most you could do is like cheat the system, pay for prostitutes, whatever. And I'm just like, bro, there's got to be more. Anyway, long story short, I got super like lost in that world. It's a whole world. Like they talk about like looks, and they really go into detail. Like this dude literally makes money off of analyzing people's faces. Like he takes like other dating and relationship YouTubers or like celebrities, and then people can literally go to his Fiverr. He has a Fiverr page, and they can pay like $10 for him to like rate their face. It's crazy, and he like goes super detailed with like the perfect face. Like, oh, you have a negative cantal tilt. Your cheekbones are too flat. Your jaw is too round. Like he's crazy with it, right? But like it is kind of addictive because it's addictive in a sense. It's very like vanity or ego like feeling. Like you continue to watch his videos. Like he's almost like the Gordon Ramsay of like the dating world or self improvement, or like the Simon Cowell of self improvement, because like he always lowballs everything, right? Like somebody who you think is really attractive, he'll give them like a 4. So it's almost like you watch it like thinking that like, oh, I wonder what he's gonna give me, or do I look better than that person? It's just really vain, and I just found myself like kind of addicted to it because it felt good. Like, you know, it's just the part of your ego that wants to point the finger and blame other people just gets, inflated and gets, engorged when it finds evidence of somebody else. Like misery loves company, right? So any evidence that that part of your ego that just doesn't want to take any responsibility gets of other people, kind of on that same wavelength, it just rides that wave, right? It just coasting, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I almost fell into the trap, and yeah, but I just I think I just spent like the entire Friday just like telling myself like this is for research, this is for scientific purposes, but really it was just entertaining. And then I had been on dopamine detox for like 3 months, so just at that point, like anything, I probably would have found anything entertaining, like even like Bob Ross painting or some shit like that. That is entertaining, but like yeah, so I just woke up Saturday feeling really shitty, like on my jog. Like I'm running past people, like rating faces subconsciously. It just fucked me up. Like I'm looking at people like, oh, she has a negative candle. I'm like, I don't want to think like this. I'm looking at myself in the mirror in my selfies. Like, oh, my jaw looked a little, my chin looked a little small. My forehead looks too big. I don't have a straight hairline. Like, it just makes you like subconscious about a bunch of shit that doesn't even matter. Like at the end of the day, like I feel the most important thing, right, is your self-image, right? Yes, obviously looks do matter to an extent, right? However, it's like one of your things. It's not the main course. It's the appetizer, not the main course, right? Like I've always said this, looks will get you in the door, right? Obviously, I'm 6'3". Obviously that helps, right? So who am I to other people like, oh, it's easy for you to say. But guess what? Me being 6'3", right? Me being, however you think I rate. I'm not gonna rate myself here. But whatever, right? I've been rejected so many times. I've been left on red. I've been ghosted. I've been treated extremely bad, you know? People would think like, oh, well, all this, you should be. No, like I get rejected. I get, scowled at. I get looks of disgust, all of that, right? And you know what I'm saying? People would say, what I'm saying, my moms didn't do a bad job with me, but I still get. So at the end of the day, it boils down to what each person likes. Like overall, yes, looks will matter. You may have a harder time if you're short. You may have a harder time if you're not as physically attractive, right? However, right, that you can overcome that, or you can find happiness by, that's why I always tell men, just find purpose first, right? Find your calling. Like you, like right now I'm on my monk mode. Like I'm not cared about women. I'm not cared about none of that. Like right now my complete entire focus is literally on, accomplishing my goals. What's getting me one step closer, right, to interviewing that breakthrough guest? What's getting me one step closer to performing at Madison Square Garden in front of millions of New Yorkers? What's getting me one step closer to making the Treehouse show an actual like treehouse, and then I have guests like climb a fucking rope to interview? Like, this is the type of shit that like I'm manifesting towards, right? I'm not like, none of my manifestations is, bring me a queen or bring me a woman who is my perfect match and my soulmate. I mean, if it happens, it happens, but that's not my manifestation, right? So when I get these scowls, when I get these looks of disgust, or like people, frowning at me, or like rejecting me, leaving me on red, or ghosting me, it doesn't hit me as hard because that's not what I'm looking for right now. So you have to ask yourself, what are you looking for? If that's what you're looking for, then fine. Like I went through a phase where that was all I was looking for, right? And then that really impacted me. But now that I'm not at that phase, I don't care. I really don't care. So in that sense, I do admire the black pill aspect, where they do say like, just focus on you, because like at the end of the day you probably won't get women anyway. I just don't like the negative part, that like focus on you because you have nothing else. I don't like the reason to do it. You should just focus on you, because focusing on you brings you joy regardless, even if you do get women. It shouldn't be because you don't get women you should focus on you. So I just don't like that wording. And yeah, but black pill space is a terrible space to be. I say it's worse than porn personally, because at least with porn, I've seen a lot of successful people who still watch porn. However, I have yet to see a successful person who is like religious, right? Dogmatic with the black pill. Like you know, they're either all like Timmy's or Jeffrey, right? Or they're all like just low self esteem, low self confidence, and success isn't magic. Like people who are successful, they share attributes, right? And then an attribute of a black pillar is not somebody who will attract success. Simple as that. But yeah, I hope this helped. And as always, stay hydrated, stay breathing in that good ass oxygen, and most importantly, stay basic. I love you.